I tracked every minute of my workday for 30 days straight. What I discovered was devastating. I was losing 3.2 hours daily to what I call invisible time thieves. Those moments where you think you're being productive, but you're actually just busy. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to reclaim those lost hours. Using the same system that helped my clients increase their productive output by 237% on average. No exaggeration, no gimmicks. Just proven methods you can implement today. Have you ever reached the end of your workday wondering where all those hours went? You were busy, constantly moving, responding, clicking, yet somehow accomplished almost nothing of real value. This isn't a personal failure or lack of work ethic. You've fallen victim to what I call the invisible time thieves. These hidden productivity assassins operate beneath your conscious awareness while creating a dangerous illusion. They make you feel productive when you're actually just busy. Research shows most professionals unknowingly surrender over 3 hours every single day to these thieves. That's 15 hours per week, nearly 2 full workdays, vanishing without delivering meaningful results. What makes these time thieves particularly dangerous is their perfect disguise. They don't appear as obvious distractions like social media or YouTube rabbit holes. Instead, they masquerade as necessary work. You think you're being productive when checking emails throughout the day, attending that quick sync meeting, or handling multiple tasks simultaneously. The reality, you're feeding the very thieves that are bankrupting your productivity. One of the most insidious thieves is what researchers call attention residue. When you switch from one task to another, your brain doesn't make a clean break. It carries fragments of the previous task forward, contaminating your focus on the current work. The science is alarming. Each task switch costs the average professional 40% of their productive potential, with your brain requiring a full 23 minutes to refocus after each interruption. Think about how many times you switch tasks in a day, and the math becomes terrifying. The problem isn't just the time lost, it's that we remain completely blind to the theft. When I work with new clients, the first exercise we complete is a simple time tracking audit. For 3 days, they document where their time actually goes versus where they believe it's going. The results consistently shock them. Most are stunned to discover they're only genuinely productive for about 2.7 hours in an 8-hour workday. The gap between perception and reality is where transformation begins. Once you see how much time is being stolen from you, it creates immediate cognitive dissonance. You can't unsee it. The productivity gap becomes impossible to ignore, creating the tension necessary for real change. I worked with a senior marketing executive who was consistently working 12-hour days yet falling behind on critical projects. Her time audit revealed she was losing nearly 4 hours daily to a combination of reactive email management, unnecessary meetings, and constant task switching. By identifying just these 3 major time thieves, she recovered almost 2 full hours of deep work time within the first week. The recovery process begins with awareness. Most people have never conducted a genuine time audit, so they have no idea where their hours are actually going. They operate on feel rather than data, which is precisely how these thieves continue their heist undetected. Try this tomorrow. Create a simple spreadsheet with 30-minute time blocks. Document exactly how you spend each block as it happens, not at the end of the day when your memory will distort reality. Be brutally honest, no one else needs to see this. After just 1 day, patterns will emerge that reveal your personal time thieves. Look specifically for these common culprits. Checking emails and messages throughout the day rather than in batches. Switching between multiple tasks rather than completing one before moving to the next. Attending meetings without clear agendas or outcomes. And engaging in what feels like work but doesn't move meaningful projects forward. The real breakthrough comes when you realize that productivity transformation isn't about working harder. It's about eliminating the invisible systems designed to steal your attention and fragment your focus. It's about recognizing that your time is constantly under attack and taking deliberate action to protect it. While most productivity systems fail because they ask you to do more, what if the secret was actually in making fewer decisions? The average professional makes over 35,000 decisions daily, and each one depletes your mental energy. What I'm about to share isn't another productivity hack to add to your overflowing toolkit. It's a complete restructuring of how you view and allocate your time, and it requires just 10 minutes of your day. The zero whitespace system operates on a principle that initially seems restrictive, but ultimately creates freedom, pre-allocating every single minute of your day into 30-minute blocks. Unlike traditional to-do lists that simply catalog tasks without accounting for time constraints, this system forces you to confront the finite nature of your 24 hours. There's no magical extension of time, only strategic allocation of what you already have. When I first introduced this system to clients, I met with resistance. But what about flexibility, they ask? What about spontaneity? This resistance is precisely why the system works. It compels you to make explicit choices about your time rather than letting it evaporate unconsciously. By eliminating unplanned white space in your schedule, you're creating boundaries that protect your most valuable resource. The implementation is straightforward yet transformative. Begin by identifying your four true priorities, the activities that genuinely move the needle in your life and work. This constraint is intentional and backed by cognitive science. The human brain simply cannot effectively juggle more priorities simultaneously. Next, schedule these priorities first, allocating them to specific 30-minute blocks in your day. Then, assign every remaining minute to specific activities, including breaks, meals, and relaxation time. Yes, even downtime gets scheduled. What makes this approach revolutionary isn't just better organization, it's the elimination of decision fatigue. Every decision you make throughout the day, from what to eat for breakfast to which email to answer first, depletes your mental energy. By making all your time allocation decisions during a focused 10-minute planning session, you free up tremendous cognitive resources for the work that matters. The system becomes even more powerful when combined with themed days. Take a page from Jack Dorsey, who popularized this concept among executives. Instead of fragmenting Monday with a mix of creative work, meetings, and administrative tasks, designate the entire day for creative pursuits. Tuesday becomes meeting day, Wednesday for strategic planning, and so on. This approach eliminates the massive productivity drain caused by constant context switching between different types of work. One of the most valuable aspects of the zero whitespace system is the built-in accountability it creates. At day's end, you can measure exactly what you accomplished against what you planned. This creates a feedback loop that rapidly improves your time estimation skills, one of the most valuable productivity competencies you can develop. Most people dramatically underestimate how long tasks will take, leading to perpetual feelings of falling behind. The transformation goes beyond mere productivity metrics. Users of this system report an average 237% increase in high-value output within just the first week of implementation. One client, a software developer who struggled with scattered focus, managed to complete a project that had stalled for months in just 3 days of using the zero whitespace method. The difference wasn't working more hours, it was eliminating the fractured attention that had previously defined his workday. Perhaps the most profound benefit is psychological. When you deliberately structure your time rather than reacting to whatever demands appear, you experience a fundamental shift in your relationship with time itself. You move from feeling victimized by time constraints to becoming the architect of your day. This sense of control creates a virtuous cycle where increased productivity leads to greater confidence, which in turn enhances your ability to maintain boundaries around your time. Time is the ultimate equalizer. We all get the exact same 24 hours each day. Yet some individuals transform those hours into extraordinary achievement, while others struggle to keep their heads above water. What you've learned today isn't just another productivity hack. It's a complete paradigm shift in your relationship with time itself. The research is clear. Your perception of control over your time directly correlates with your overall life satisfaction. This isn't just about getting more done. It's about reclaiming ownership of your life. As Benjamin Franklin wisely noted, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. The zero white space system gives you that structured framework for success. What makes this approach revolutionary is its simplicity. You don't need to become a different person or develop superhuman willpower. Instead, you're simply removing the hidden systems that have been silently draining your potential all along. The transformation happens not through working harder, but through working deliberately, making conscious choices about every moment rather than drifting through your day on autopilot. Starting today, take those 10 minutes to map out your priorities. Be honest about where your time actually goes. Make the invisible visible. Your productivity revolution begins the moment you decide to take back what's rightfully yours. Your time, your focus, your future.